You talked about how Kobe passed, and what cut me deepest was when he passed, as you said, in his second act. As you play ball, you play sports, you don't pick up that ball in thought, in mindset that it would end this prematurely. Kobe Bryant, his greatness allowed him to get to a place where we picked him as a kid and threw him into Los Angeles. And he was innocent. In that moment, his innocence and his greatness is all we got to embrace from hello. And we saw him go through growing pains. He became like our family. I'm a Los Angeles native. Kobe became like a brother from another because of his growth and watching him through the highs and the lows to finally get to a place where he could fully mature and fully blossom and realize all of that he went through was now going to be materialized in his second act as a family man. The father in me is so defeated because when you pick up that ball as a means to an end playing sports, you're thinking about what it's going to bring to you and your family. That dedication is not self-serving, it's for everyone. And then to think that you have another opportunity to show your greatness in the grandest of ways as a father, as a husband. And for that, not to be able to play 4 quarters in the game of life is what's most disturbing.
For me, it hits hard because obviously I play football. Kobe played basketball, so his daughter is able to follow him in that. When I was playing football, I had 2 kids at the time. And so I retired. My daughter, they decide they want to play softball. I watch them play, and then I become their coach. Different than a sport, they can't play football, so they play. Me and my daughter, Kennedy, for the last 7 years, 5 o'clock in the morning, we got to go to the field. We fly into Florida. We fly to Colorado. We fly to so many different states just to play softball. We get up every morning. My wife is like, that's your twin. Yeah. She walks like me. She talks like, because we're together so much. When this happened, we're at the airport getting ready to fly to Miami. She's the one text me the headline and was like, this is us. Like, we're always together. And I didn't know Kobe. I lived in the same development as him, and I would see him at pavilions. I'm like, I'm never going to approach him because I didn't know how he would react. In his second act, as you said, she retires, and it was like he became human. It was like he wasn't like a superhero. He was one of us. He opened up. People, the stars of the stars, reached out to Kobe for advice. And I think that's why he's revered so much is because of the way in his retirement that he gave what he had to players coming up. The best players in every sport reached out to Kobe like, yes. It's disbelief. I'm not an emotional person. I don't show emotion. And I'm texting my wife and kids like, we take for granted when we leave the house that I'll see you later. And I got to stop doing that. I'm torn up about it because I'm a Laker fan. And so I love the Lakers. I love Kobe Bryant. I love everything about the Lakers. And for this to happen, you got a mother who lost a husband and a child. And then you have siblings that have lost a sister and a father. And being a parent, it's almost hard to fathom.
It's at 49 years old, you think you kind of lived through and been through a lot, but yet still life throws the curveballs at you that make you understand what reality is all about. And when you live, life is unfair. I don't care what we do, who you are. Life is not fair because too many times people are taken away from us too soon for whatever reason it may be, whether that's an illness, an accidental death, or whatever. And it makes you realize your immortality itself. And as I gotten older, and I've spoken to my son about what life really is, what's really important. We get so caught up into a lot of different things in what we do as professionals, whether it's our past careers, our current careers, and we tend to lose sight of the little things. I was blessed to know Kobe at 18 when he first got to LA. Like when we was at Jerry's Deli in Marina Del Rey. Yes. Just talking little things, okay? And then to compete with him through the years. So I've been on 12 teams, played a lot of places, but that journey of 12 teams took me to my 12th team, which was the Lakers. my last year, to be able to spend time and learn, like I said, the man behind the jersey, Kobe Bryant, because he has this aura, this mystique about him, okay, off the court. And why he catered towards me, I don't know. You know, I'm not on his level, but we formed a relationship. We had a chance to talk a lot. And I got to know him as a human being, as a person. So when this thing hit yesterday, like everybody, it was disbelief. It was, I was up all night. I couldn't fathom. And not just because it's Kobe, it's because of his daughter. It's the 7 other people that were there, that families got affected because of this. It was a tragic moment for the NBA, but for life and for people in general. And to know somebody like that deeply killed me. And I look back at, I was on the FaceTime with my little one twice. My son is overseas playing. We text each other, talk to my mother. It shouldn't have to take a death like this for us to do that, but in life it does, and it's unfortunate.
My relationship with Kobe, in any way beyond a reporter's, in 2014, Kobe said some things about Trayvon Martin that didn't sit right with me, and I criticized him. And the next thing I know, Kobe was texting me, and it started a conversation between us over the next couple of months. And the entire conversation in 2014 was about his vision for what he wanted to do for young people. And so last week, and I'm a longtime critic of Kobe, everybody knows that, but last week something was in my heart like, man, what Kobe was telling me in 2014, he's actually doing in his post-career. And it hit me last week like, I love what this dude represents, and so we talked about it on this show, about him being a role model, and he said some things that we all thought were a little goofy about WNBA players, but I interpreted that this dude loves his daughters so much, you're going to say goofy things. That's a representation of his love. And so for 2 or 3 days later, for this to happen when I just was really having an appreciation for Kobe and I was like, can't wait to see what he does in this next chapter. For him to be gone, it just feels like a great loss. I hate to frame it this way because Kobe was bigger than just being about race, but just for black people, I feel like it's a loss, man, losing this dude.
Yeah, and it doesn't add up. And I think that's what really disturbs me, because we all have the currency of the 3 T's, time, talent, treasure. All of us possess that. And for him to be so great at basketball and that talent, to get all of those treasures, to lose the time with his family, the time going forward, that expectation of see you later will never be realized. Think about it. Who wouldn't borrow from their talent and treasure to give themselves more time? The ultimate currency. Kobe lost that. And that's what's so disturbing, is because I'm not lying. I only play sports to help all of my family. I only threw that ball up in the air and watched them popcorn, ceiling rocks hit me in the face from age 7 all the way through. Pain, surgery, because I knew it was going to enhance my experience and my family's dynamic. And I did it because I wanted to pay it forward. And now I'm a father of 4 kids. And then you lose everything you worked for. You didn't work for it for accolade and work for it just to get the check and just so other people could revere you and just so you could get buckets. You did it because that was going to be able to materialize into a greater existence. And now he can't even be a part of that.
The biggest reason it also hits home, and it's not just us, it's everybody that has kids and has played sports. You want your kids to come up behind you and play sports. And if you did make it, you want them to be better than you were. And if you did make it, you want them to make it to your level and be better than you. And we've all, whether it's on an airplane or a car drive, we've all been in the car with our kids going to practice, going to games. Maybe not a helicopter, but we've all traveled that road. So we got to get up early in the morning and go, oh, man, the weather's terrible. We still got to go. We can't miss this.
Dedicated.
And we've all gone through this. And so it hits home because everybody can relate to this when you have a child that has played. I know for me, my oldest one, She started playing. My wife's like, which one you taking? It doesn't matter. I'll take Carrington. You can take Kennedy. But then when I became Kennedy's coach, it was, I have to take her. And for me, after this, it takes something so tragic I'm going to change. I want my son to be able to cry. Me and Marcellus was talking about this on the way here. Yeah. I don't show emotion. And when my son cries, I'm like, boy, you better shut up. No, I want him to be able, because if I can cry in front of you guys, to me, that's a bigger sign of strength. Me trying to be fake tough and not cry is a sign of weakness. And so I want to show my son that, and tragic things like this puts a lot of stuff in perspective to where I know I got to change because I'm going about doing things the wrong way, even though I know it, but it's going to force me to change some things within myself.
But the beauty of it, though, when you talked about changing, those life experiences allow you to grow, okay? When we talk about Kobe Bryant, the things that he wrote about, okay, in his animation were experiences that happened in his life that allowed him to be pure, genuine, and heartfelt. He changed as a man, as a father, as a husband, because of all the steps and things that he went through throughout his career. Yeah, he was hard and he was flawed, but he accepted those flaws. He was who he was. But those same flaws allowed him to appreciate that his family, his wife a lot more. And
I want to pick up on something Marcellus said. I struggled because I can be a little rigid. I can be a little rigid. And so when athletics changed and there were more guys celebrating on the field, it took me a minute to figure out, like, the rewards and who all can benefit from the performance will take you to an emotional level that wasn't there previously. And so a lot of times, again, Marcellus, when you talk about all these guys, regardless of where they came from, they're all out there like, they're not just doing it for them, it's for their families. And I get it. And so for Kobe not to fully be able to experience all the rewards from, 20 years of sacrifice on the basketball court?
Professionally,
20 years. And so now you get to shower that on his family, and then he was trying to shower it on other kids as well, and he doesn't get to, that's what it was all about them 20 years. It's to shower it on a bunch of other people. And it's a terrible tragedy, man.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.